chat, what the heck is Labubu? It's everywhere. Everywhere, and people are freaking out about it. I see Labubus at my local stores. Where did they come from? Where did they go? It's so ugly! I hate the way it looks! Look at this! I wanna punch it! Puntable!
I wanna put that thing in a blender.
Fucking puntable!
A Labubu doll, and it is just...
Let me make this louder for you guys.
So this is a Labubu doll, and it is just the latest viral collector trend to take over the world.
Why? You know, it low-key reminds me of, let me think. Yes, of Monchichis. Do you guys know what a Monchichi is? Monchichi. This thing. You ever heard of that? My mom had this as a kid. And she gifted it to me. I don't know, it's some old-ass thing. I don't know. Those are at least cute. Yeah, I think my mom had exactly this one. It had like a thumb. Yeah, like a thumb that it was able to just like put in its mouth. I don't know. I don't know where it came from, honestly. 1974. They're Japanese. Bro, they're Japanese. What the fuck? Huh. Anyway, yeah, I had gotten one from my mom when I was like a small kid. Like super small. DDR. Yeah. yeah.
Slightly scary looking doll is in the hands of celebrities. It's getting unboxed online for millions of viewers, and it has now made the creator of this business a billionaire. But while this is objectively impressive, of course, it is not exactly a unique story anymore. Just a few months ago, we had people stampeding Targets to get
Oh my god, for this freaking ass cup. And didn't this cup cost like $100 or something? Yeah, the Stanley water bottles. What is that? It's just a fucking water bottle. That was a self-made trend from TikTok, wasn't it?
Stanley water bottles. We've had influencers spending millions of dollars on Pokemon cards, and you can...
Okay, but it's Pokemon cards. Okay, to be honest, I think, like...
Is that Logan Paul?
No.
Go back.
Stanley water
Where?
bottles. We've had influencers spending...
There.
Oh, yeah. No, he did spend some money on Pokemon cards. No, I do remember. Just, yesterday, I think I saw, like, a post about someone selling his super fucking rare Pokemon cards for like 9 million.
Millions of dollars on Pokemon cards, and you can...
Pokemon at least had a game, that's true. I think the Pokemon TCG game is actually really, really fun. I do enjoy it.
Probably think of a few dozen other examples of things that people collect.
They could have at least. They should have instead used Kitsunero to get themselves a waifu cup and save 10%.
But it just seems that this trend of collecting is getting faster and faster. The old collector culture was just organizing baseball cards or coins or something in your...
But be honest, I get it. I get the collecting stuff. But not just like I don't know. Not just like random ass fucking dolls. But like Pokemon cards. I get it. I was like as a kid I was never able to afford Pokemon cards, right? Because family poor. Big bro, thank you for the gifted. Thank you so much. Now as an adult I do have a little bit of money. And Pokemon came up with an EV thing, with an EV pack, an EV generation for Pokemon, and yeah, I do get it. I tried to complete it all, I didn't. I didn't want to spend too much money on it though either, so I never completed it. But I do get it. Like, the joy of unpacking the cards, of like ripping open the card, seeing if you get the card. Fuck, it's an addiction. It literally is an addiction. Happy Meal Toads. Yeah, Happy Meal Toads. And it used to also be the toys from Kinder Surprise. Like super old toys were sold for a lot of money. Like having the entire collection and shit.
basement, and now we have people literally throwing hands outside of stores to get their hands on a plastic doll. And not like young kids, you know, at the playground throwing hands, like grown adults.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so to a degree, if Labubu has like different stuffs, right? I guess I can somewhat get behind the idea, but the Stanley water cups? Bro, not at all. Not at all.
Exchange in fists. And all of this is happening while climate change destroys the planet. We set new records for loneliness, financial instability, and general dissatisfaction with how life is going. And is that a coincidence? Absolutely fucking not.
Coincidence? I think not. How Labubu ruined collector's culture. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
So a few months ago, I watched a video from our friends over at Answer in Progress about this doll. And the only thing I could think of...
so ugly. They're so goddamn ugly. Oh my lord.
Was those bloody Stanley water bottles. Like, I know that one is a water bottle the size of your head and the other is a kid's toy that's giving some real, like, Chucky vibes, I guess. But the feeling around these two trends feels the same. And I would...
Here's a fun fact about Chucky. My mom was watching the Chucky movie when I was a little kid, and I don't know how, but I caught glimpses of her watching it. And it's got me for life. Chucky scares me to this day. Original Bubby, thank you so much for the 14 months. But yeah, Chucky scares me to this day. I don't want to go anywhere near that. Dolls that look like it? No, miss me with that shit.
No, because on this channel, we have covered a lot of the biggest consumer trends that have happened over the last 4 years. You may have seen some of them if you're a subscriber to this channel. So I think we can probably say confidently that the interest in collecting stuff is not going away anytime soon. But now I'm going to give you my sort of personal perspective on this subject as an anti-collector. I have made it my pride and joy in my life to not really collect stuff.
Bro, not even a TV or anything, just a chair. And an ugly one at that.
The only thing that comes even remotely close to that is a collection of pottery that is in our house, but really that is all led by my wife. And one of the only ways that we've really been able to justify owning an absurd number of mugs is because we use them on a daily basis. They are a practical object for us. And that's actually pretty rare amongst collectors. My wife just looked at me and then whispered the words Beanie Babies because
Beanie Babies?
As she rightfully points out, and I suppose I should come clean on, I did collect Beanie Babies as a kid, and that is...
So he's a recovering addict. Okay. Bro, some of these are cute and some of them are really weird. Yeah, that's all I can say about that.
And that is embarrassing.
We have them over here too.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So we did find an article that was written by an actual professor on the subject, and he seems to know what he's talking about. And he gathered 3 basic reasons as to why we collect stuff as a society. Institutional collecting and the associated appropriation of culture, which I interpreted as the way that we preserve history and culture, you know, typically at like an institutional level, like a museum. The particularities of the wealthy collector market. So this is like using it as a wealth tool, buying and trading stuff, right? Like think about art and whatnot. And then the individual collector as a psychological oddity, which is all to say that some people are just weird and like weird stuff, I guess. That's my favorite category. So he elaborates on this a lot more in the full article. But basically what he's saying is that a collection can be a means of accumulating wealth, of retaining some sort of cultural tradition, or a connection to a community that you find interesting. A full manifestation of the collector culture is one that does all 3 of those things. Now, this made a lot of sense to me.
You know what I never got though? Collecting stamps. That one I always like side-eyed. Like, what are you gonna do with all these stamps? They're just to like ship things. What the hell? But yeah.
But I was also not surprised to learn that collections became a lot more popular after the advent of the internet. Because of course, like everything else, the internet took something that humans have always done and just made it faster and more problematic. Today,
Sure.
more and more people are collecting, and they're collecting more and more things. And this is most common, particularly
On a glance, would you say there's something that I collect?
Pokemon cards.
But not that much.
Merch. Generally.
Okay, but that's like, you can't really say much generally because that's like a lot of different kinds. Okay, but they're like a lot of different kinds.
I don't know, man.
League of Legends stuff.
I can't tell you because like you just see something. Ooh, I want it.
Eevees! I
Okay,
collect Eevees!
like, you literally fucking see something adorable. It's like I want it, I need it, and it's already in the basket.
That's not true.
How is it not?
Not always. To collect her well-loved follower.
The only time it doesn't happen was when I fucking forcefully stop you.
Don't you collect plushies? I don't collect plushies. I buy the plushies that I want.
She impulse buys them all.
That's not true!
Uh-huh.
I purposely went to look for this one.
My bad, I guess.
I purposely went to buy this! This was an impulse!
That makes it so much better.
amongst younger generations. As a millennial,
Bro, why is that Labubu so big? Where did the picture go?
most common, particularly
Bro, what the hell? They're so ugly!
amongst
You know what? I can totally see two of my youngest sisters being totally into them. Like 100%. I can see my two youngest sisters being into those things.
younger generations. As a millennial here, I have to clarify that younger generations means like Gen Zs, which are like people that are
Yeah, my sisters are Gen Zs. Meanwhile, I'm a millennial, so I can, yeah, I said I can totally see it.
just coming out of high school now, or kind of like in university, not like young people, like kids, because this is actually not a story about kids collecting toys. It's about adults collecting toys.
No way. Sorry.
But more
Like, you see those reactions? I think like a week ago, I saw like a compilation of those reactions. They're all going insane like this.
importantly, the act of collecting has changed a lot. Collecting used to happen over the course of your lifetime. If you happened to find something that you liked or you were really interested in it, you would buy it. And you'd maybe hit some garage sales now and then for a specific
Okay, those are sick, bro. All of these that he just
or
showed
you were
were
really
so sick.
interested
What
in
the
it,
fuck?
you would buy it. And you'd maybe hit some
Like, look at that.
garage
That's
sales
so cool. No, that's so cool.
now and then for a
Bro, he's got tanks. What the hell?
specific thing that you
Look at all these Gundams.
had in mind. Creating a collection was an organic process, one that you cultivated over years of having this one weird little niche.
Okay, this one I don't get. What the hell is this? Wait, though? That's just like the sticker? Why would you collect those? That's just a sticker from the bananas? Wait, there was a vacuum? Wait, it is a vacuum collection. Why?
Was an organic process, one that you cultivated over years of having this one weird little niche interest. This is like the original treasure hunt experience that modern consumerism tries to replicate today. But now this emotional attachment is kind of gone because you can just buy everything that you ever wanted online instead.
Okay, but you need the money first. And it needs to be available.
But before we get into that, I just wanted to mention, and I don't think we've ever said this on this channel before, but we don't use any AI in the creations of these videos or the writing of this script. Like, we don't use ChatGPT.
Okay. A weird way to bring
Every
that up
article
right
that we
now.
bring up has been searched by either myself or Lou, who is the producer for this channel.
Sure.
And we put our sources into a document that is always linked at the bottom of these videos. So if you want to see where we're getting our information from, you can always check that out. It
Yeah, I was also thinking, is this gonna be an ad? But no, this is just a
is
Google
in the
Doc.
description right now, along with some other links that you might find interesting. But back to Labubu.
I mean, great. I support it. Don't let creativity die, but I don't know, it was so weird.
This is, I think, quite literally a product of our internet-dependent culture. Just like in the past, collecting cards or coins or whatever was a way for you to connect with other people who also collect cards, or a way for you to hold on to fond memories of the past when you yourself played baseball or whatever. But the internet has changed fundamentally one part of...
Bro, what? There's a chopper, Labubu! Chopper?
What is so expensive?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
The collecting experience, and that is the resale market.
Oh, I think the reason why they're so expensive, yeah, okay. Resale? Because they're gacha. Like, you know, rare and shit.
Burn it down.
Because according to our academic friend we referenced earlier, in the past, people who collected stuff were generally thought of as mildly disturbed cranks who have an inexplicable need to gather large numbers of items few others
so they were seen as hoarders, got it?
interesting. Basically, they were fucking nerds. But today, that has completely changed. The whole concept of flipping or
Oh my bro. Have you guys seen those videos of like full-grown adults like shoving other people out of the way to get the Pokemon cards? It's so disgusting to witness. And then there's just like a child there wanting to like buy a collection and not even getting one. That's so sad.
reselling is like a side hustle that you can find all kinds
Like
of
here, look at the child just like waiting like, oh, well, what?
content online about how to
what
get
do?
yourself started. Nowadays, collectors' items are not being bought by collectors, they're being bought by investors and
Yeah, scalpers.
traders looking to make a quick
Scalpers.
buck off of somebody else's perceived value of those things, who, for the most part, end up being other traders and investors. And while this has always been a thing, the internet has really just rocket launched this into a viable financial resource for some people. The whole concept of NFTs is this exact idea taken
I hate that he's
to
right.
the absolute extreme. We considered making a video about NFTs, but it feels like the market has
He is 100% right.
already died or something. We're not really that up to speed with those things, so we didn't make it. But if you do want us to make a retrospective video about the death of NFTs or something, let us know. Maybe we could go down that rabbit hole.
This is your
Let's not.
This is your ape. Are we debuting
It's
it?
really cool.
Chat, look at this. I'm just gonna screenshot it, and now it's mine too.
But Labubu is like the full manifestation of all the tools that companies can use to manipulate you into buying something that you don't need, and it is honestly kind of impressive. The UK has recently had to stop selling these things entirely because people were assaulting each other trying to get one. And it represents a broader fever
Bro, that's insane!
around these things that I think is kind of wild. Fans have been cited saying resellers ruin everything, insinuating that the resale culture around these dolls is a main reason why they're constantly selling out, which is in turn angering crowds. And at first I was kind of like, come on man, like is this really that big of a deal? But apparently people are buying out these toys at Pop Mart vending machines and then just
I should see if the store that has them nearby me sells them for cheap. Buy one. See if I can get a really expensive one and boom, investment.
selling them back to the people in line behind them. And on top of this, the resale market has actually gotten so crazy that fake Labubus are being sold to people who are on the hunt for one of these specific pieces.
The knockoff has a name.
And
the
as Sabrina
Lafufu.
talks about in their video, even without all the added drama, the experience
Wait, maybe they're selling Lafufus and not Labubus nearby then. Oh my god.
of buying one of these toys is genuinely something else. If you haven't seen her video, you should definitely go check it out. But what she is experiencing is a new kind of marketing that is becoming increasingly common within the collectibles world specifically. These Labubu toys come in boxes, and the boxes themselves don't actually tell you what's inside them. They tell you the odds for each toy that might be in the box.
Wait, they tell you the odds on the box? That's unheard
And this
of.
is known as a blind box. See, this is just another layer on top of the tried and true playbook of psychological tricks to get people to buy stuff, right? Limited colors and special editions that we saw from water bottles.
Wait, the Stanley Cup actually had limited edition versions? Oh my god, make it stop!
The collaborations with other big recognized
Labubu Luffy?
companies that Crumble was famous for, and these big announcements of an impending drop to build anticipation and excitement from shoppers that we see from the fashion world. And this latest feature is pretty well.
Chat, I'm blending in with the background. It's actually the same shade of pink. Hey! You don't really see the shade of pink I often used. Damn.
Gambling. So the idea of a blind box, a product that you buy without actually knowing the contents, is not totally novel either, of course, but it is easy to see why these things are so popular. There is something truly thrilling about not knowing what you're gonna get.
Basically, I'll be happy.
It literally is firing those neurons that are speaking to your addiction. It is it literally is an addiction. Simple as. Yeah, the dopamine hits, exactly. It's just an addiction. It's gambling at its finest, yeah.
With any of them except that fuck-ass Christmas tree. I don't like that one. All the other ones...
I bet she got the Christmas one.
I think are very cute.
Wanting a
Oh, you guys, I bet you guys know that feeling though. I can relate to this shit, man. I can actually relate to this. Oh my god. We have these gremlins in Russia for about a month and never heard about them until a local pop YouTuber has not made a video and basically live in Moscow. Oh Jesus.
Particular character from a set and just not being sure whether or not this is going to be the one. The unboxing experience becomes something special and exciting for people, right? Because you want something. And now you have this moment of sort of...
Chat, do you see who I see? Pokemon jump scare.
Limbo, where you get to experience the exhalation and the... Exhalation? That's maybe not the right word. Now, we unboxed one of these things on our Patreon podcast just to get a sense of what it was like. And even though we're not particularly emotionally invested in the outcome, it was still pretty fun.
That's so ugly. Oh, you guys can see that, sorry. Here. That's so ugly.
Which one's this guy? We got Peepo.
Peepo, let's go. Peepo represent.
Pippo, the Monsters Classic series, sells for $56 on eBay.
High profit!
So we may be getting a almost double our investment on this
Profit!
if we successfully sell it.
The unboxing experience has been designed to be something special and exciting for people. And unlike a lottery ticket, you actually have something to show for it at the end, regardless of whether or not it's the one that you wanted. But imagine if you were really invested in a particular outcome. You have an idea of a particular toy that you're excited about. Suddenly, this unboxing experience can be like a highlight of your week or month or year even.
We're going back in. We're going back inside. What are the odds that I get the same one twice, right?
She jinxed it! She jinxed it, it's over.
It's gonna be fine.
She jinxed it.
And this stuff is...
Bro, that's so priceless!
And this stuff is popping up everywhere. We found an article for the 25 best blind box gifts that you could buy a person. I didn't even know that there was that many blind boxes out there. And it turns out that there is a lot of different blind boxes. Like,
Oh damn. Even Uvu Market has no blind boxes. We might actually do some blind boxes stuff in the future when we get bigger because Uvu Market is offering it. Camila, for example, got some blind boxes.
baby cactus blind boxes and capybara, little pig.
But they're so adorable!
One Thumb Jim
capybara!
was just here.
Hey, One Thumb Jim. Bro, capybara!
Blind boxes and unicorns, and then like the further we went along on this, I sort of realized that blind box is just one word for it, but there's also other words for this, right?
Gotcha.
Like mystery boxes
Gamba.
are the same thing, but sort of
Yeah, sure.
catered to a more
Bro. MediaMarkt, or was it Saturn? I don't know. Tech company, right? Like a tech store that's pretty big in Germany. They started selling mystery boxes. It's like, okay, to be fair, it's like mostly items that probably came back in. So it's like beware, right?
more male audience, maybe. We found one for the UFC, of all things. The basic
What
idea
the-
is to sell people a collection of products or a single product that is exclusive in some way because you don't quite know what it is yet. And
Yeah, again, you are directly communicating with the primal instinct of wanting that dopamine hit of your brain.
it is definitely working. Just because something is addictive, well-designed, or fun to engage with doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be successful. A huge
Sure.
factor of why these things have gone so widespread is because of the cultural landscape that they've been introduced to. 10, 15, 20 years ago, this might not have hit as hard as it did today because shit is pretty fucked up right now, if you haven't noticed. And people are buying these toys as an escape from reality. Fellow YouTuber
Yo, that Mimikyu was so
Shauna was
adorable.
buying these
Bro, I need a big Mimikyu like this. I need it. Look at it. And the dragon from Spirited Away. Oh my god, and the little bee and the more Mimikyu and Fat Pikachu.
toys as an escape from reality. Fellow YouTuber Shauna Rapari actually has a great video all about how self-help language is being used to promote overconsumption. And it really applies to these collections. Grown adults are justifying
in a sense, I get it, but I don't get it with these. Because they're so ugly. They're so fucking ugly. I don't see the appeal. It's to collect the Pokemon cards is basically the same thing as collecting Funko Pops. I don't think so. I don't think so. Sort of, but not really. Yeah. Because on one end, Pokemon cards, you can play with them, sure. Right? And then... Apologies. And on the other hand, thank you. And on the other hand, you can get them graded. Like, you can get the Pokemon cards graded, and depending on how graded they are, what PSA level they get. I think it was called PSA, I might be wrong. The value increases. So, yes and no. To a degree, sure, but not exactly.
buying children's toys to heal their inner child. But the thing about healing your inner child is that it requires real introspection and
Yeah. With the healing the inner child, I absolutely fucking get that, but for me, like, healing the inner child is being able to afford something that you used to not be allowed to get or used to not be able to afford. Like with me, like, not getting plushies and Pokemon cards and shit. In that degree, but the Labubu? Labubu is new. How is that healing your inner child at all?
and like a lot of work to fix that trauma, and buying a novelty toy that you weren't able to buy yourself as a child might feel good for a minute, but it's not going to fix your problem.
It feels really good. Like, whenever I look at it again, it makes me feel like happiness. I see my giant Eevees and I'm happy. So shut the fuck up, it works!
Hence the need to constantly go out and buy more of them. But it's not just childhood trauma. The demographic that is really into this stuff most is the anxious generation, right? There's literally a book about them that's called that. And this is a lot of people
generation.
today. A bunch of people who are chronically online, which makes you feel disconnected and lonely. And these toys bring you this, like...
I have a better solution for those anxious people. Just watch VTubers. just go watch live streams and VTubers. Get parasocial. Did you collect stuff as well? I got a couple plushies. and stuff.
A couple.
Feeding my inner
Yeah.
child. What
Go
if
on,
I need
Sonia.
World War II planes just because I'm that childish?
Oh my god. The hell?
Fleeting, exhilarating feeling that we don't get a lot now. A lot of people today are chronically online, which leads them to be disconnected from their communities and lonely. These toys
Sure,
bring
yes.
this fleeting but exhilarating feeling of relief from both of those things. The thrill of perhaps winning the
Okay, so it's just what's the word? It's pushing away your problems. Wasn't there a word for that? It's a coping mechanism, but I'm thinking of another word. Oh shit. I don't know. I can't remember. It's a distraction, a coping mechanism. A procrastination? No. That's not what I'm thinking
version
of.
that you've been wanting or that is actually worth more than what you bought, and this symbolic connection to a whole bunch of other people online who like these fuzzy little guys. They are kind of fuzzy. I think they're all fuzzy. The one that we got was like this weird little star-shaped
So
thing.
ugly.
I didn't know which one to get, but this one said classic on it, and so I thought
Avoiding escapism? Yeah, in that direction. And can you say it in German? No, I don't know the word in German either.
Weird little star-shaped thing.
I didn't know which one to get, but this one said classic on it, and so I thought it was kind of like the original Labubu
Yeah.
doll. Turns out this is just like the Christmas collection that I bought in May.
And sadly,
How do you buy a Christmas collection in
Me
May?
explaining to my wife why I need a 3-wife Millennium Falcon Lego when I already have a 4 Superstar Destroyer.
I get it. Bro, I built like the Lego plant that I got gifted the other day, right? From her, one of our members, one of our community members. I had so much fun actually building the Lego thing, so I absolutely get the Lego thing. It actually like tickles my brain. It stimulates my fucking brain.
I love Lego, but I hate their price.
Oh my god, their price really is super expensive.
this is just another story of a hobby that has been depersonalized and corporatized by influencers and pop stars. Most people agree that Labubu's popularity stems from K-pop star Lisa,
Yeah, I was about to say, I still don't know where it came from.
featuring it so heavily in interviews and social media and paparazzi and whatnot. And we've seen this before. The recent surge in popularity of Pokemon cards, especially over the pandemic, can be partly attributed to Logan Paul and other influencers who were just spending millions of dollars to try and get these super exclusive cards. But I also, I don't want you to walk away from this video thinking that you can't spend your money on something silly like a toy, right? Or
No, absolutely you can. But spend your money in moderation.
that it's wrong to buy an item that you intend to.
I mean, if you earn money and only save it, what are you gonna do with that money? Are you gonna spend it when you're dead? Like, legit, sure, have savings, important, right? But also, be sure to be able to treat yourself. Just have a spending limit? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Something silly like a toy, right? Or that it's wrong to buy an item that you intend to preserve in its original state. We're not going to try and cancel the 5,000-year-old industry of art collecting, for example. But this boom in collectors feels hollow because it's not necessarily resulting in more collector communities. Like, these collections weren't just supposed to be traded online for money. They were supposed to be shared at car shows and card swaps and conventions. But if you are a collector, please let us know in the comments if this kind of thing is happening, because we did try.
If you think Lego is expensive, check 40k.
Oh yeah, 40k is
Art
absolutely
collector,
expensive.
Please let us know in the comments if this
Absolutely.
kind of thing is happening, because we did try
So
and find
expensive.
answers for that question and we couldn't really find it, because as we said, there's not a lot of studies on collector culture for some reason. So leave a comment down below if you are a part of a collector community that you think is genuinely popping off and is maybe doing better than ever because of the internet, because it's easy to find only negative stories on these sorts of subjects, and we appreciate nuance here on this channel just like you do. So make sure if you like what you're seeing, you're liking the videos, and if you fuck.
That was a good video. I enjoyed that. Yeah. I enjoyed that. Price on Imperial Knight? Oh no. Oh, was that a really expensive one? Oh boy. Question, have you ever been through a gacha trend like Pokemon? I bought some Pokemon cards this year. Because Pokemon TCG released an evolution, what is it called? Pack, whatever. And I got a handful of packs from it. I enjoyed opening it. I even opened some Pokemon cards on stream before. I had a lot of fun. I liked it. Other than that, I don't know, I collect some V cards, sure. I bought some V cards. I don't know. I got Eevee plushies. I like Eevee. But it's not like I need every single Eevee plush, it's just that I buy a handful of Eevee plushies, right? So it's like not like hardcore collecting every single one that exists. It's not like that. So I don't think I have that hardcore collecting going on like other people do. Right, handful. It is a handful, to be fair. To be fair.